Pikes Peak Council for the Boy Scouts of America proudly presents the 2020 Annual Program Planning Training. The four fundamental parts of program planning are calendar program planning, budget planning, fundraising, and summertime planning. In this video, we will discuss budget planning. Budget planning. The purpose of budget planning is the secondary step of your program plan. Once your calendar or program events have been slated for the upcoming scouting year, you must develop a way to fund for activities and events. You will also need to budget for the advancements of your youth and the recognition of your volunteers. So where do we start? We begin with Journey to Excellence. Only 4 of the 5 scorecards from Cub Scouting, Scouts BSA, Venturing, and Sea Scouting discuss planning and budgeting. The exception, Exploring, does not discuss planning and budgeting. In the calendar and program planning video, we directed you, the leader, to go to the program portion of the Journey to Excellence scorecard. In this video for budget planning, we will only be reviewing 4 out of the 5 scorecards. They are Cub Scouting, Scouts BSA, Venturing, and Sea Scouting. Item number 1, which is planning and budgeting, clearly states in the objective, have a program plan and budget that is regularly reviewed by your unit committee, following BSA policies relating to fundraising. We begin with the bronze level. The bronze level indicates that your unit have an annual program plan and budget adopted by the unit committee. If this has been achieved, you have now earned the bronze level. Proceed on to the silver level. In order to earn silver, you must achieve bronze. Plus, the unit conducts a planning meeting involving all of its leaders for the following program year. For Cub Scouting, that involves the den leaders. For troops, crews, and ships, those leaders are the youth leaders. Once this has been achieved, you have now earned the silver level. Proceed on to the gold level. In order to earn gold, you must achieve silver, plus the unit committee meets at least 6 times during the year to review the program plans and finances. Once this objective has been achieved, you have now earned gold. Congratulations. We begin our budget planning. In the last video, we directed you on locations of the resources of where to find the templates for budgeting. If you downloaded the council templates, you will see that there are entries already preloaded for you, depending on your program type. For our example in this video, we will be using the PAC operating budget. In this budget template, you will notice at the very bottom there are program tabs for PAC budget, troop budget, and crew and ship budget, which are located here. Let's begin with our sample budget. Our sample budget is located on the left-hand column of our budget template. This allows us to project an ideal budget of the number of youth and adult members. In this budget template, there are line items for program expenses. Such program expenses are national registration fees, council activity fees, unit liability insurance fees, and other expenses that we need to plan for. Continuing downward to the bottom of our budget, where product sales include our 2 high-yielding sales, which are popcorn and cam cards, we'll notice that these expenditures and incomes are also added into our budget plan. When you've completed your sample budget, proceed on with your actual budget based on your current membership to date and the projected membership needed to sustain a fiscally sound program. This is why membership is crucial to your program. Each part from program, finance, and membership play vital roles in your budget planning. Great, you're on the right track. Now it's time to start crunching numbers. What are key expenses to plan for? Those are national registration fees, council program fees, which in the Pikes Peak Council will begin in January of 2021, and also unit liability insurance fees. Let's discuss why these are important. In national registration fees, there are a couple of things that need to be addressed. Why do we have national registration fees? Well, these fees cover accident and liability insurance, youth protection resources, criminal background checks, technology updates. This means that we need to maintain our services with Scoutbook, Internet Advancement, and the registrar access to the National BSA database, as well as the online training resources, which we know as My.Scouting. For council program fees, beginning January 2021, the Pikes Peak Council will be using those fees towards the local council insurance. It eliminates the Family Investment and Character campaign. It's used for the maintenance and/or upgrades to our council properties such as Camp Alexander, Glen Aspen Scout Ranch, and also our council service center. We also provide a free rank and emblems advancements for all scouting units. This is only for the cloth rank patches. Unit liability insurance fees. This fee is renewed annually by the charter organization to continue the use of scouting as their preferred youth program. Let's return to budget planning. Now let's look at some line items on our budget that we need to plan for. The line item for expenditures, called advancements, should include the expenses for adventure loops, adventure pins, merit badges, and other patches that are awarded at the unit level. In your budget template, there is a line item expense called handbooks and neckerchiefs. A unit must decide whether or not they are able to make the expenditure as a free gift to youth advancing to the next program year. Such handbooks are for Cub Scouting, Scouts BSA, Venturing, or Sea Scouting. By providing a free handbook as part of their crossover into the next scouting program, builds the rapport not only for the youth and for the families along for the unit. Other items for crossovers are used in the fashion of using neckerchiefs for Cub Scouting, as well as identifying those scouts who have earned the highest scouting rank and achievement in Scouts BSA, which is called the Eagle Scout Award. Another line item expense on your budget template should be leader recognitions. Leader recognitions are invaluable. This gives the unit an opportunity to recognize those leaders who have dedicated their time and effort by providing the program for your youth. Showing your appreciation to your leaders not only builds the rapport between the unit leader and the unit, but also shows that they are appreciated for their time and dedication. Other program expenses to look forward and budget for. Depending on your unit, you should look for these particular expenses, such as blue and gold decorations for Cub Scouting, Pinewood Derby equipment, Courts of Honor items for Scouts BSA, crossover ceremonies for Cub Scouting to go into Scouts BSA in form and fashion such as bridges or other ceremonial items needed. Council level opportunities. camping or national events such as jamborees, youth leadership training events such as NYLT or NAIL, advancement-related activities such as paying for shooting sports activities, merit badge workshops, as well as advancement workshops. Returning to our budget planning, we have now discussed a few items that are popular for our expenditures. Let's discuss other expenditures that we need to plan for, such as leader training seminars, unit equipment expenses, uniform funding, contingency funds, unit scouterships. Leader training seminars. Every unit should have trained leaders. For our council, we provide council-level training opportunities such as BALU, IOLS, University of Scouting, shooting sports instructor courses, CPR, and of course, Wood Badge. The question is your unit able to offset the cost for your direct contact leaders to attend these trainings? Unit equipment expenses. Units often purchase equipment to facilitate their activities. What are some items to expense for? Camping equipment, decorations for ceremonies, Scoutcraft items such as pocket knives, merit badge pamphlets, ropes for lashings, etc. Outdoor activities for hiking such as backpacks, canteens, trail food. And food and drink during your meetings, as well as tracks for Pinewood Derby or Rain Gutter Regattas, to name a few. Remember, items don't last forever. Plan for upkeep and/or replacements. Contingency funds. Some units plan for the worst. Remember our motto, be prepared. What are some scenarios? Fee increases, replacement of stolen or missing items, repairs to equipment damaged either by negligence or natural events. These are some scenarios to anticipate, but are not limited to other unexpected situations. Unit scouterships. Times can be tough for some families. Will your unit give financial assistance to a scout for registration or program fees? Does your unit have a uniform closet for families who cannot afford to purchase one? What can your unit do to make a positive impact to a family that will yield a remarkable experience for that scouting family? Keep in mind that these are line items to discuss with your committee and leaders. Budgets are a reflection on our unit size and capabilities. If your unit has the means to budget items as previously mentioned, then be proactive rather than reactive. Great job! You have now worked on your expenditures for the scouting year. Now let's see how we have to pay for these expenses. Let's talk about income. Our council pays vendors to provide fundraising opportunities to your unit to earn a high-yielding commission to fund your unit programs, such as popcorn, which on average gives about a 35% commission from total sales, and camp cards, where we give 50% of the commission from all the total sales sold of camp cards during our year. A popular question that comes up is, can my unit fundraise money by other means? The answer is yes, you can. Units can continue to fundraise during the year as long as it does not coincide with either popcorn or camp card fundraising. When fundraising between the popcorn and camp card timeframe, you need to fill out a form at the Council Service Center called the Unit Money Earning Application. By doing so, you are allowing the council to know that you are also continuing fundraising during the scouting year, so that way you can actually have additional funds to provide a quality program. Be sure to watch our next video on fundraising. Resources are available to you and your unit. You can go to www.pikespeakbsa.org to find our council website. If you click on Resources and Forms, which is located on the sidebar here, you'll be directed to our resources page here. Click on the Unit Program Planning on the hyperlink below. It's located here. By doing so, you'll be brought to this page here. You can download templates selected on this part here and select a program that you are running. For Cub Scouting, you have the PAC Annual Program Planning Conference Guide as well as the Family Talent Survey. For Scouts BSA, there is a Troop Annual Program Planning Conference Guide. For Venturing and Sea Scouting, your Cruise and Ships Annual Program Planning Conference Guide as well as the Activity Interest Survey and Program Capability Inventory. This page is periodically updated so that way we can get you the up-to-date resources and forms for your units. Do you need to contact us? If you go to Contact Us on the top of the toolbar, selected here, you'll be redirected to our directory. Our council directory has two options for you. We recommend that you contact your commissioner, which can be located here. When you come to the Commissioner Contact page, there are several individuals that you may contact for assistance in unit service. They are the Council Commissioner, Eric Brinkert, the District Commissioner for Jamboree District, Dustin Jewell, and the Assistant District Commissioner for Jamboree, Randy Aaron, District Commissioner for Ute District, Lacey Scott, and Assistant District Commissioners, Steve Leiniger and Arliss Mays, District Commissioner for Frontier, Alexander Saluski, and the Assistant District Commissioner for Frontier, Douglas Luckett. For High Plains District, your District Commissioner is Michael Parsons. If you need to contact somebody on the professional staff, you can go ahead and click onto the Council Staff Directory located here at this hyperlink. Once you do so, you'll be brought to our Council Staff Directory for the Executive Staff for the Pikes Peak Council. And finally, be sure to report your progress to your unit commissioner and your district executive. Should you have any questions on your program planning or your budget planning, or any questions related to unit service, these two individuals are ready to help you. We at the Pikes Peak Council wish to thank you for taking the time and opportunity to review this video on budget planning. Your dedication to our youth in our program means everything to our community and in our council. With that, thank you for what you do in scouting. This presentation has been brought to you by the Pikes Peak Council for the Boy Scouts of America. If you wish to donate to scouting, please go to our website at www.pikespeakbsa.org/donate.